Because of the weather delays, the original plan tonight was to run 100 laps and not count the caution flag laps. We're kind of having a little audible because of the weather delay, so we're going to run 100 laps for the main event, and we will count caution laps up to lap 75. So that's the plan as we continue to keep an eye on all things, not just on the racetrack, but on the radar as well.
Absolutely. And, this is something I've been wanting to see all night. The fastest 4 cars are lined up right next to each other. We saw how good Newman was in the second heat race. We saw how good Brad Keselowski was in the first heat race. They're side by side. Kyle Busch right next to Kevin Harvick. They both were pretty solid in there. I'm interested to see how all this is going to play out in this longer race. 100 laps, you got to manage your tires. You can't just go hard.
Coming to the green flag for the main event.
Brad on the top side is a big launch. You see him trying to time the start. Did a good job timing that. And they're 2 by 2 all the way back. Little contact already back there. This drone shot's awesome.
Newman slides a little wide. Keselowski's going to clear him off the outside. Now look at Kyle Busch with the hole shot on the bottom off turn 4. What a lunge.
He gets into Brad. Really drove in the corner hard, Kyle did. Trying to get the advantage on Ryan Newman out there. I don't think Brad was ready for that.
Remember, it was last week at Pulaski County Speedway that Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch were racing for the lead in the main event, and Keselowski ended up turned around backwards.
Well, you're going to see them race again. The advantage that these two get, now they raced hard. They're going to use some tire up here early. They get the clean air. They got air going to those brake ducts. They got air. You're able to manage the race, run the pace that they want to. That's going to pay dividends later into the run.
So Keselowski and Busch, 1 and 2. Newman is 3rd. Haley Deegan in that second red car is 4th. And that was Castroneves bouncing through the dirt at the bottom of turn 2, running 5th.
So big jockey for position to start here. Totally expect that. Now it goes to smart racer. Don't use your right front up too much trying to turn underneath cars too early in the race. You got 100 laps. You're only 5 in. You got to really manage it and be super patient. We heard Haley Deegan talk about patience. Being easy on the throttle. Be easy on that right front tire as well. Make sure you have something to race with at the end of this thing.
Here's Kyle Busch looking around Keselowski for the race lead, but Brad gets a good run off turn 2. So all that talk, be patient, it's all good and fine. How hard is it to actually do when you got somebody behind you, somebody in front you're trying to keep up with?
Discipline. Discipline. It's so hard to do it. When someone's knocking on your back bumper, you want to go a little bit more, but these guys are all professionals. That's why they're in the SRX series. Yeah, everybody here has won before in some really big stages. They've been through this situation before. They've grew up. A lot of them have grown up on short tracks like Berlin. This is like going back to the roots. There goes Brad on the exit, stretching it back out.
Of course, Brad now an owner in the NASCAR Cup competition. He now one of the owning partners of what was Roush Fenway Racing, now Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing, and picked up the win at Richmond with Brad's teammate Chris Buescher last weekend. Beautiful look at Berlin Raceway in Marne, Michigan, just outside of Grand Rapids, as the Camping World SRX Series runs this historic speedway. We're 31 laps into our 100-lap main event, and coming to the green flag with Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch, first and second. Castroneves getting the break on that restart up to 3rd and looking around for 2nd.
He wants it. He's running pretty hard. Look at see how he's sideways off the corner. You don't want to do that. He wants to go though.
So you have the radio microphone in your hand.
I do. I want to talk to Kyle Busch and see what he's doing here. Kyle Busch, Joey Logano up in the booth. You got me here.
Yeah, a little busy.
I figured that, and I figured I'm the person you would love to hear in your ear right now, so I'm here for you. I can help spot you along, but what I want to know is how hard are you pushing that thing right now? Are you playing a little cat and mouse with Brad out there? How much you got left?
Yeah, definitely a little cat and mouse right now. You're just trying to modulate your gaps, but, hearing you on my radio, that fucking lights a fire under my ass.
Well, I'll stay here as long as you need me. Well, you got Helio behind you. He's looking on the inside. He's there. He's tapping you. Hang on to her. He's pushing hard. He's still there. He's in there, bud. You're clear behind him, though. Yeah, I could be your spotter. Plenty of room behind you. You got 3 car lengths.
So we over-adjusted, but trying to hang on here and see what we can get with some more laps. Let these guys go racing out, burn their stuff up.
Well, 10-4. We'll be watching you. Keep saving it.
Was kind of reminiscent of last week when Boyer said, I'm busy, and then Connor Daly spotted for him at a moment there.
Well, I love that I can still fire up Kyle Busch. We talked earlier about Brad having that wide entry into turn 1 and arcing it across the corner. Now he's running it quite a bit lower, using that apron that Helio was running earlier down there in turn 1. Definitely changed up his line a little bit, found something for himself.
So front 3 right there together. Then we've begun to see a little bit of a gap in the field. A little contact over there in turn 2 as Deegan and Harvick hit bumpers. Everybody gets away okay. And the caution is coming out as the field comes off of turn number 4. So 62 of 100 in the books, 38 laps to go, using all of the racetrack and a little bit that's not intended to be used. Helio Castroneves getting the lead from Brad Keselowski.
He had a good restart up top here one time before. Let's see if he can do it again. No, that was not it that time. Now he's going to have to battle with Kyle Busch, who has a pretty fast car as well.
Well, he's got to deal with Brad Keselowski first. Brad's not going to give it up easily. Second place here. Keselowski in the blue, Kyle Busch in the red.
And this is a spot, I think, if you're Kyle Busch or Brad Keselowski, you don't want to give up that spot if you're Brad to Kyle. We know he's been saving tires. Brad knows Kyle's been saving tires. And you're kind of at go time, 32 laps to go. You got to start pressuring a little bit more. That's a hard spot to give up right there.
So Castroneves sliding the back end off turn 4. Now with Kyle Busch behind him. Keselowski back in 3rd. Kevin Harvick is settled in 4th. Haley Deegan behind him in 5th. Here's Andretti to the outside of Harvick. Really nice job by Haley Deegan tonight, too.
Absolutely. She's done a really good... We heard her. She said she's going to be patient. She's going to save her car. She did a good job of saving her car. There's the caution that Newman needed.
There it is.
Now you're going to have a pretty good lineup in the top 4.
Ooh, this gets juicy. I like it. I like it. Yellow out, 16 laps to go. So Kyle Busch now back to the front after literally wrestling the lead away from Helio Castroneves after that last restart.
And this move Kyle Busch makes right here says one thing. He's been here before.
Yeah.
He knew that move. He was waiting for it. He goes, you know what? I'll just roll up here and go right by you. And Brad pounced on them running too wide, knowing that Helio's going to be pitched off the corner here. Oh, thank you very much. I'll get to the inside of you.
Then how about this save?
Yep, he saved it. it was good. And Brad was there. That's just racing, right? They're battling for each spot. I don't know if they see it that way, but...
And this is so entertaining. This all for 3rd place on back, though, as Kyle Busch is gone. Brad Keselowski not even close to challenging him. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Newman
They're
with a look underneath.
Oh, they're rooting hard here. Oh, Andretti's there. Oh, he's running them up. Is Andretti going to fill the hole?
Gonna try.
Oh, Helio got down. Now we know Andretti's aggressive. We've seen this in other ones. I don't think he's going to waste time here. And we know he's done a good job of saving tires. Caution's out.
Got a yellow flag with 6 laps to go.
The 3 best cars we thought that were going to be in the beginning of the race are 1, 2, 3.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. The choose is going to be interesting here.
Tremaine in our main event tonight.
And that's exactly how they lined up. Helio took the outside of the 2nd row. Newman in 3rd. How aggressive is Newman willing to be? How good of a restart can Brad have? And what does Andretti have left in the tank?
All questions to be answered in the next 7 or 8 minutes. As our field comes to the restart line, Busch in red, Keselowski in blue, green flag. Here we go, 6 laps left.
Brad's got to get down here. He's going to be able to do it. He's got to pounce now before Kyle's able to take off and leave.
Look at this nod from third. Castroneves looking low on Newman.
We've seen this. Newman's car doesn't take off very well. It takes 5-6 laps.
So 5 to go. As Busch has gotten away, Newman able to close that inside off on Castroneves. Here's Andretti inside of Deegan.
Helio's about to have his hands full here.
Right here. 4 laps to go. Here it is. Andretti inside of Castroneves. Coming through.
I love Andretti's strategy. I've never seen someone save tires in such an extreme way. Deegan get inside of Castroneves as well.
Wow, look at Helio's hands working inside that car. He's got nothing left, and he's just trying to hang on. Here comes Schrader.
Everybody's work throughout the whole race of saving tires or not saving tires is all coming out right now.
Tony Stewart. Yeah, Castroneves just sliding backwards now. He's just hanging on. Here comes Kyle Busch, the race leader. 2 laps to go. Busch, Keselowski, Newman, Andretti, Deegan.
Maybe I should dial up Kyle right now to try to make the race a little bit better. Probably not.
He might not answer right now.
He might not.
Yeah.
I'd say he's in good shape right now either way.
White flag, 1 lap to go in our main event. We fought rain. We fought cars that have been hard on tires. We've seen weird strategies, and through it all, Kyle Busch came back to the front. He's going to make 2 starts in the SRX series and have 2 wins to his name. Kyle Busch wins it at Berlin. Brad Keselowski second, Brian Newman third, Marco Andretti fourth, and Hailie Deegan rounds out your top 5. Kyle Busch takes the Florida Panthers to victory lane again. Back at Berlin Raceway, race number 4 of our 6-race Camping World SRX Series tonight, taken by Kyle Busch.
Absolutely, and a fantastic race. We were talking about this during the commercial. What a good, old-school, authentic race here in Berlin. I loved every second of it.
Let's head trackside. Matt Yoakum is with our winner.
Alan, I think the hardest hit that Kyle Busch had tonight was getting blindsided by Brexton. So excited that you won. How perfect was the execution of the restart?
The restart was really good. Just being here before, knowing what to expect, all that sort of stuff. I thought about restarting in 4th, and I was like, don't change it up now. Just stick with what I was doing all night, So just can't say enough about the guys that I get to work with. They're a lot of fun. Everybody does a great job on these SRX cars. And thanks to Camping World, Bass Pro Shops, Goodyear, Rowdy Energy, especially the Florida Panthers. Hopefully those guys have a good season coming up, and just would love to come back. This is my 2 for 2, so I'm out for the year, but the rest of these guys can put on a show for you.